Hi everyone! In today's video, we're becoming an archer with some really cool abilities. At first, the command block setup may seem a bit complicated, but don't worry, it's super simple since every ability uses the same command. Using this button, you can easily switch between different abilities at the moment. I'm using the thunder arrow. It strikes lightning exactly where the arrow lands and deals damage to all nearby mobs. Let's test it out and see the thunder arrow in action. As soon as the arrow lands, boom, lightning crashes down. It's awesome for hitting a bunch of mobs at once. Just don't stand too close, or you'll get zapped too. Pretty cool, right? Now let's see what the next arrow can do. Simply drop this button to switch between your abilities instantly. Looks like we've switched to the blast arrow now. When this arrow hits the ground, it creates a powerful explosion on impact. It's great for clearing out large groups of mobs or breaking tough defenses. Just make sure to keep your distance. The blast radius can damage you too. And that's how the blast arrow works. Let's see what the next ability does. Now we've got the teleport arrow. With this one, wherever your arrow lands, you instantly teleport to that exact spot. It's super useful for escaping fights or surprising your enemies from behind. That was the teleport arrow, quick and sneaky. Now, moving on to the poison arrow, ... When this one hits a mob or player, it inflicts a fatal poison effect that slowly drains their health. ... Pretty deadly, right? Alright then, let's move on to the tutorial, and I'll show you how to create all of these abilities step by step. First, give yourself this tag. Just type the command in chat. ... After that, create a new scoreboard by typing this command as well. ... Done. Single quotes. Both steps are really simple, and they'll help the system recognize your abilities properly. Now, place a repeating command block and set it to unconditional and always active ... This command will replace a button in your hotbar, and that button will let you switch between all the abilities. Next, place a chain command block and set it to conditional and always active ... This command will change your scoreboard to 1 whenever you drop the button ... Every time you get a new button, your score increases by 1, and once it reaches 5, it automatically resets back to 1. That's how you smoothly switch between all 4 abilities. Now place another command block and set it to repeating, unconditional, and always active ... This command will remove any dropped button near the player who has the archer tag, within a 4-block radius. It just helps to keep everything clean and prevent extra buttons from lying around. Now place one more command block and set it to repeating, unconditional and always active ... This command will help reset your scoreboard, which is really important. Otherwise, your score will keep increasing infinitely. Alright, now let's move on to the abilities, and trust me, this part is going to be super easy. We will link each ability to its scoreboard value step by step. First, we have got the lightning arrow. This command will display the ability name at the top of your hotbar ... It's single quotes, optional, so if you don't want the ability name to show up, you can simply skip this command. Now for the next command block. Set it to repeating, unconditional, and always active ... This command will give every arrow the tag lightning _arrow. Whenever the archer is in lightning mode, that's how the system detects which arrows should summon lightning. Now place another command block, again, set it to repeating, unconditional, and always active ... This command will detect when an arrow hits the ground, and then give it the tag landed. That's how we'll know exactly when the arrow touches the surface. For the next command, place a chain command block and set it to conditional and always active. This command will check for any arrow that has both the lightning underscore arrow and landed tags ... When that arrow touches the ground, it will summon a lightning bolt at that spot, and if there's any nearby entity, lightning will strike there too. Now, for the next command. Place another chain command block and set it to conditional and always active. This command will remove the arrow right after it. Activates the lightning effect, just to keep the system clean and prevent extra arrows from piling up. And that's how the lightning arrow works. Simple, powerful, and clean. Now, let's move on to the next ability, the blast arrow ... This one's going to create a small explosion wherever your arrow lands, damaging nearby mobs. For the blast arrow, first add the command that shows its name on top of your HOTBAR ... It's single quotes S. Optional, so you can skip it if you want. Next, place a repeating unconditional always active command block ... This command will give nearby arrows the tag blast underscore arrow. When the player has the archer tag and their archer mode score is set to 2, now place another repeating unconditional always active command block ... This command will detect when the arrow hits the ground and give it the landed tag. Next, place a chain command block and set it to conditional and always active ... When an arrow with the blast underscore arrow and landed tags hits the ground, it will summon an ender crystal at that spot. Next, add a chain command block, conditional and always active ... It makes the ender crystal explode as soon as it's summoned. Finally, add one more chain command block to remove the arrow after the blast. This keeps the system clean, and that's the blast arrow, quick and powerful ... Now let's move on to the next ability, the teleport arrow. For the teleport arrow, first add the command that shows its name on top of your HOTBAR ... It's single quotes, so you can skip it if you want. Next, place a repeating unconditional always active command block. This command gives nearby arrows the tag teleport underscore arrow when the player has the archer tag and their archer mode score is 3. Now place another repeating unconditional always active command block ... This command will detect when the arrow hits the ground and give it the landed tag. Next, add a chain command block set to conditional and always active ... When an arrow with the teleport underscore arrow and landed tags hits the ground, it teleports the archer to that exact spot. Finally, add one more chain command block to remove the arrow after teleporting. This keeps the system clean, and that's how the teleport arrow works. Quick, smooth, and perfect for surprise attacks or fast escapes. It's definitely one of the most fun abilities to use. Now, let's move on to the final and most deadly one, the poison arrow. For the poison arrow, first, add the command that shows its name on top of your HOTBAR ... It's optional, so you can skip it if you want. Next, place a repeating, unconditional, always active command block ... This command gives nearby arrows the tag poison underscore arrow when the player has the archer tag and their archer mode score is 4. Now place another repeating, unconditional, always active command block ... This command detects when the arrow hits the ground and gives it the landed tag. Next, command block chain conditional always active. This command checks for arrows with both poison underscore arrow and landed tags ... When such an arrow hits, it gives all nearby players or mobs a fatal poison effect. Next, command block chain conditional always active. This command keeps the system clean by removing arrows that already hit the ground. It kills any arrow that has both the poison underscore arrow and landed tags. And that's it, guys! Our archer ability system is fully complete, from thunder arrows to poison arrows, all switching with just one button. If you enjoyed this tutorial, or learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your Minecraft friends. See you all in the next one. Until then, keep creating and keep firing.